Welcome back to the live. Welcome back. Wait for more people to join. Hi, Kelly. Kelly, is this your new account? Do you make a new account? Are you like were you the one who used your mom's account and now you're making a new account? I don't know, I'm confused. No? Oh, you're new. Oh, there are just a lot of people called Kelly. Hi. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Ozil. Welcome. Oh, you're someone else. Sorry, my bad. All right, so this is our second live of the day. All right, this is our second live of the day. Okay, so we will be going through some grammar questions again, and this is a different set. Okay, we will also be doing some S and T's. Okay, so I know a lot of people want to work on those too. Okay, but if there's anything else that you want me to work on, like vocab or anything, you can let me know. Okay, then we will work on them. And other than that, I am the same person just now. Wait, so are you the Kelly who was using your mom's account? I'm so confused. Hi, user 84. Wait, are you the same person? Hi, Save. Oh yeah. Okay, you are the same person. I was like, oh, I'm so confused. All right. Hi, Cosmic Powers. Oh wow, there's so many people in the chat suddenly. That's great. Okay, we are just about to start grammar. Okay. I hope everyone can see this one clearly because I know the words are a bit small. Okay. How is everyone doing? Okay, wait, just to get an idea, how many people here are going to PSLE this year? Like, how many of you are doing PSLE this year or O levels this year? Just to get an idea of who I'm teaching. Okay, because I can't imagine if I've been teaching you guys like lower primary level and you guys are all P6 students about to take the exam this year. I'll be like, oh, okay. O levels you okay, I remember Ozil's O levels O's. Mariah, I don't know if she's here. Mariah is doing PSLE this year. Um who else is doing PSLE this year? Hi Chris Redfield. I'm going to go ahead and assume that Chris Redfield is not your name. Not your real name, I mean. Okay. What up? Okay. Okay, so I see there are a lot of people joining the chat. Okay. Let's begin. All right, let's begin. I see a lot of people joining. All right. Okay. Again, the rundown for today, this live, okay, is that we will be doing grammar. Okay, I'm going to write this down for you guys. Grammar. In this case it will be a close, okay? And then after that we'll be going through some more irregular verbs. Okay, so things that you guys should be careful about when you're doing grammar. And then afterwards we can do some S and T. That okay, so anything that you guys feel like you are weak in. Okay, I would like to focus a bit more on the had, if, and unless. Okay, because we did that thing yesterday and a lot of students had issues with that. Okay, and okay, and then we also will be doing some on reported speech because that is the basics, and very honestly that is one of the ones that are more likely to come out. So unfortunately, hi Cosmic Powers. All right, you look like an angel. Thank you so much. All right, thank you Cosmic Powers. All right, that's a very sweet compliment. All right. Yeah, so let's take a look. Okay, so I'm gonna erase the rundown first, but you guys have a rough idea of what the rundown rundown is going to be like. All right, so grammar clues, regular verbs, and then s and t's. Okay, but of course, if you guys feel like there's anything that you guys like are just struggling with so much in school, you can just let me know. I will prepare it and we can do it the next day together. All right. All right. Mr. Lim is a punctual man who values time highly. Every morning he wakes up at 6 a.m. and leaves the house by 6:45 a.m. sharp. Okay. One day last week, however, things did not go according to plan. Okay. He blank already gotten dressed and was about to have breakfast when the phone rang. Okay. Okay, what might the answer be? Okay. Okay. Any idea what the answer might be? Any idea what the answer might be? Okay, I'm gonna zoom out a bit so that everyone can see a bit better. Oh, I think it's just the screen is a bit small. Oh, there we go. All right. Please let me know if you know what the answer is. All right. Any idea what the answer is? Okay. Hi, Ryan. Ryan. Ooh, that's a cool name. That's such a cool name. Okay. Hi, Liz. Welcome to the live, everyone. Okay, does anyone have any idea what the answer might be? Anyone have any idea what the answer might be? Okay, I'll give you guys 5 more seconds. I see that there's someone in the chat called Tan Kway Tiao. Not Cha Kway Tiao, but Tan Kway Tiao. No, I shouldn't have laughed at other people's name. I was like, I don't think it's his name. I thought they were just like it's a username. I thought it was like a username. I didn't mean to laugh at other people's names. I'm sorry. My bad. I'm getting scolded at by the moderator right now. The moderator is scolding me. I should not have laughed. I thought it was a username. Genuinely thought it was a username. Okay, but if it's your actual name, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was so confused. No. I saw a name that I thought was a username, and I was like, oh, that's such an interesting name. And then the moderator said it might be someone's real name. You shouldn't laugh. And I was like, oh. Okay. Sorry, I was busy eating, but I don't want to stick. Oh, is that like the curly kind? Is it the curly kind? Oh, I love the curly kind, the one that they fry. Okay, is it that I'm not allowed to anymore? So sad. The spiral. Oh my god, I know that. That is so good. My favorite ones are that one, the corn dog. Like the in terms of like snacks on a stick, it is the one you just mentioned. Squid, like squid with like seasoning. Uh, what else? Corn dogs and omu. Omu like the Korean fish cake. That is my ultimate like snack combo that I love. Okay, okay, that is with that kind of diet. I should be more careful. Okay, okay. Again, I'm gonna read it out again. Mr. Lim is a punctual man who values time highly. Every morning he wakes up at 6 a.m. and leaves the house by 6:45 a.m. sharp. One day last week, however, things did not go according to plan. He blank already gotten dressed and was about to have breakfast when the phone rang. Right? So I'm gonna highlight this. He's something already gotten dressed. Okay. So what would go along with these two words? Okay. Take a bit of note about the phrasing here. I wish I was Mr. Lim. Same. I take way too long to get ready. Okay. take way too long to get ready. But it's okay. As long as we're on time for things, it is okay. Okay, but I do wish I had the productivity to get up at 6 a.m. and leave the house by 6:45 a.m. sharp. All right. Okay. And please take a look. Okay. Okay. Has, also say has. Does anyone have any other answers? Hi, 谢谢. And I see a lot of people. Sparkle file. Anyone has any other answers, or I will go through it right now. No head. Oh, okay. I love it when Ozil comments because I can actually see your train of thought. That's so funny. It's so funny because it's just like mine. My train of thought is also, no. Okay. The answer is had. Great job. Okay. Now I'm gonna explain why. Okay. Had already gotten. Okay. It is past perfect tense. So that is oh, why is this pencil thing? That is great, especially since we are now talking about an action in this case, which is getting dressed. Okay, which is getting dressed, that happened before another past action. Okay, which is phone rang. Okay, so in this case, we will be using had. Later got live. Teacher Mitsuko, right? Teacher Mitsuko. I think what paper will she be doing? I think paper 2. Paper 2. What? Oh. It's an exam paper. It's an exam paper. Should we go into exam paper? I was like, huh? Okay. His neighbor sounded panicked. Her dog blank missing, and she was hoping Mr. Lim could help her look for it. I heard Teacher Rin in the background. Teacher Rin is not here today. It is the moderator, and it's not Teacher Rin. It's not Teacher Rin. Does your voice sound like... No. Not that similar. Not that similar. We all have very different voices. Okay. Her dog blank missing. Okay. Okay. Went. Okay. Okay. This is grammar though, so went. Okay, so I would say the answer is was, unfortunately. Was, actually. Her dog was missing. Okay, we are using past tense because we're talking about it's singular. We're talking about her dog, one. And the thing is, we're talking about the fact that the dog had already gone missing. She was hoping, and the dog had already went missing in the past. Okay, and the state of missing. Yeah. So now they are looking for it. So it would be past as well. All right. She was hoping Mr. Lim could help her look for it. Being kind-hearted, he agreed. Okay. They spent nearly an hour combing the neighborhood, but the dog was nowhere to be found. By the time they returned, Mr. Lim blank already the first bus. What would the answer be? What would the answer be? What would the answer be? Oh, La Monkey says hat. Ozil says hat. All right. Hi, La Monkey. Okay, that is correct. Okay, past participle had already missed, okay? Okay, because it shows that Mr. Lim had already missed the bus, okay? It happened before another past point returning home. By the time they returned, right? Missed the first bus, all right? He sighed but remained calm. He knew that getting angry, blank, not help the situation. Hi, Garngu. I do not know how to pronounce your name. The one who just joined the live. Hi, Elaine Tay. Hi. Ozil says would. Okay. Any other answers? Any other answers? Any other answers? Okay. Now I'm gonna go through it. Any other answers? All right. The answer is would. All right, that is correct. All right, now the reason why, because it is almost conditional, okay? It is conditional. Over here, we're talking that he knew that getting angry would not help the situation, okay? We use the word knew over here so that we know it is past tense and not will, okay? That's why it is would and not will, all right? Just then, the neighbor's son called to say that the dog blank found sleeping under a bed at home the whole time. Okay, what Ozil says was, alright. Any other answers? Any other answers? There are no other answers. Alright, the answer is was. Ozil is correct again. Alright, the dog was found sleeping. Okay, so essentially, again, it is a passive voice in this case. 6-2. Question 6-2. All right. Yeah, passive voice. Okay. Mr. Lim chuckled, shook his head, and told himself. Okay. Do you note that over here, there's the word he. Told himself. If the answer was, and if he said told himself blank, that would be correct. But over here, there's another word he. There's another he. Please be careful of that. Because one word can change what the answer is. Yes. Okay, he would. Okay. Any other answers? Any other answers? Okay, is that mochi? Yes, it is mochi. How does everyone know the capybara's names? I did not even know their names until recently. I didn't even realize that there is like, it's like a thing. I don't know. This is mochi. Mother is not here. I thought that there would be like a cuter name, like strawberry or something, but no, it's just called Mother. Teacher Jamie's pet. Yeah. I was like, huh? I was so confused. I've never heard about it. Until like I go into the live and I realize that everyone knows about it except me. I was like, alright. The answer is actually should. Okay, now the reason why the answer is should is because over here we are talking about a situation. Like I said, we have the word he, and the word should is a modal verb. Model, not modal, modal verb. So what it does is that it expresses necessity. Okay, so that is what it is. Okay, now yeah, that is why over here he something double check every time before panicking. Okay, so in this case he wants to express that he needs to check before panicking. Okay, so that is why we use the word should. Okay, okay, let's move on to the next section. Okay, it was the day of the interclass debate competition. Joel, who had been preparing for weeks, was confident that his team would do well. However, just before the competition began, he realized that he blank left his cue cards at home. Panic started to set in. Ooh. Let's see what the answer might be. Hi, Josh. Hi, anything. See a lot of people joining the live that I have not seen before, which is great, actually. Anyone here to join the live? Right. Let's wait a bit more. Alright. So, okay, he realized that he, and the answer is had. Okay, he had left his cue cards at home. Okay, we are using had to express past perfect. Okay, in this case, it's to show an earlier action before the debate started. Okay, before the competition began. So we are using this word to express something that had started left his cue cards at home, which is action 1. It happened first, and then action 2. I blank memorize my speech better. Okay. Okay, over here. Oh, there's an error in the question. Okay. I blank have managed my memorized my script better. He muttered under his breath, regretting his earlier decision to rely so heavily on notes. What might the answer be? What might the answer be? Okay, wait. What do I call you? Your name is Two People Hugging. I will call you Hug. I will call you Hug. Hi, Hug. All right. Okay, the answer you say is should. Okay, I'm gonna write that down. Should, that is correct. Okay, now, like I mentioned, should is a modal verb. Essentially, what it is used to express necessity, which is essentially in this case the author felt like he needed to express his speech better. Is that Mian Bao? I don't know. I forgot how Mian Bao's how do you call that profile pic looks like. Is it Mian Bao? Are you Mian Bao? I just realized your name is not Mian Bao, it's Mian Biao. Biao. I don't know. Hi, Jasmine. Jasmine is such a pretty name. Oh. Alright, I should have, okay, should have and managed my speech better. He muttered under his breath, regretting his earlier action to rely so heavily on notes. His teammate Clara noticed his distress and offered to help. She handed him a spare sheet of paper and encouraged him to jot down as many points as he blank remember. Okay. Does anyone know what the answer is? Okay, Ozil says can. Okay. Okay. Ozil says can. Okay. Now, do note over here we have an encouraged him. She handed him. Okay. What do these two words have in common? These two words are all written in past tense. This already shows us, and over here it was. These things show us that this is a past narrative or a past tense narration. Okay, yes, as he could. Okay, so could essentially expresses ability in the past, ability in past tense. Okay, the team took their places on it's could. Yes, it is. The team took their places on the stage. As the debate progressed, Joel slowly regained his composure. He spoke clearly and with conviction. TGIF. Right, it is Friday. Yes. Thank God it's Friday. It is Friday. Okay, so everyone can sleep in tomorrow. All right. Where was I? He spoke clearly and with conviction. By the end of the session, the judges were visibly impressed. When the results were announced, their class blank declared the winner. What is the answer? The class blank declared the winner. Hi, King Kong. We have the funniest names here, and I love it. Ozil say was, okay. And that is correct, okay? Because you're using was, you're using passive. Their class was, okay, it's passive voice. Okay, that is correct. Joel smiled, knowing finally. What do you mean? What do you mean finally, King Kong? What do you mean finally? What do you mean finally? When the results were announced, the class was declared the winner. Joel smiled, knowing that things might have gone very differently if Clara, something, not stepped in to support him. Nothing? What? Chill Jill? Ooh, Chill Jill, I have not seen you in the live before. King Kong says hat. Also says hat. Alright. Let me take a candy to soothe my throat first. And the answer is hat. Alright. Hat it is okay. So like I mentioned before, hat is one of the I would say the more scary things and to see in a paper. Because had introduces a third conditional. It introduces a conditional sentence. That means essentially imagining a past that did not happen. And that is given away over here. Only in Yahweh's life. Oh, Yahweh's life. Oh, I see. Hi, Blabber. Hi, do you freelance? What do you mean, do I freelance? What do you mean by that? Okay, so this is conditional. What do you mean, do I freelance? Okay. From that day on, Joel promised himself that he blank always prepare a backup just in case. Do I freelance as a tutor? I teach on lives, okay? So if you're looking for a tutor, you can always join our lives. Let me know if there's anything that you would like to learn. There anything specific that you want to work on, okay? And I can arrange the resources and teach you on this live, okay? So everyone can learn on it at the same time, okay? So you can definitely let me know. Okay, conditional type 3 will is will. I see two different answers. All right. He will always prepare backup just in case. Okay. Actually, the answer is would. Okay. Okay. Everyone's saying will. Let's see. Okay. Now I'm talking about the past. The cat face is scary. Okay. The original promise was made in the past. All right. Okay. It is past. Okay. And also, Joe promised himself. Okay. Okay, there is actually a quick rule. Okay. I'm trying to think of a way to explain the quick rule. Okay. Essentially, over here, they say Joe promised himself. So when you say Joe promised himself, you're essentially already using past tense. So in this case, in situations like this, we'll usually take the verb a step back. Okay. We'll take the reporting verb a step back and we'll change from will to would. And let's say if you were to use something as well, you would change it to this form as well. Alright. Does that make sense? I'm trying to think of a better way to explain it. Okay. Does that make sense? Okay, I see no one's commenting. I'm assuming that it does make sense. Okay. Okay, let's move on. Alright. Now, we will go through some irregular verbs. Okay. I think I found out a better way how to go through it. Alright. Let's understand it this way, okay? So, now when we talk about direct, let me give you another example. Direct, you'll essentially be saying that you're in the present. Okay? And you would say, let's say, I will always prepare a backup. But in this case, you are using something that is reported past. A reported past, okay? Because over here you're saying Joe promised himself. So in this case, you're saying he promised he would always prepare a backup. Does that make sense? Essentially, you're backstepping, you are reporting, okay? It is not the same. Alright. Okay. Let's go on to irregular verbs. Okay, does anyone have any verbs that they want to cover? Okay. Because I think this is a quite a big issue because personally I also faced it in school, so definitely it is I would say it's normal. The ones I went through was the words like begin. Okay, the past tense of begin is actually began. Okay, begun, that people often confuse, is actually the past participle. All right. Okay. And then you have words like where the past tense is were. Okay, so it's not always past equals plus ed. Okay, it's not always the case. Okay. Okay. And I think we also talked about this. Choose. The past tense is actually chose. Okay. Chosen is the past participle. All right. 1.5k likes. Thank you everyone so much for the likes. All right. Thank you, Nor. Is it Sophia? Sophia? Sophia. Am I pronouncing your name right? I never know. Okay. Okay, then we have the word ring. Okay, ring. Okay, what is the pattern? Put. What do you mean put? What do you mean put? I'm confused. What do you mean put? All right, ring would be rang, and this one you would not have heard. I made this mistake once. Put gun. Yes, that is one. There are small words like this that I feel like make it quite confusing, especially when you're in the exam. So it's good to have a list of what do you call that, exceptions. Okay, like put, you can't say put it, right? Okay, we actually talked about that as well. The word spread, you don't say spread it. Actually, a lot of people say spread it, but spread it is actually grammatically wrong. There's only spread, and it's still spread. So past tense is spread, past participle is also spread. Okay, I'm gonna put as well. Put is still put. Okay. This is, I have to work on my handwriting. Past participle. Okay. Okay. And rise. Rise is rose. Okay. Have I gone through that already? Oh no. Okay, not yet. Okay, any more? Can you think of any more? Chill Gill. What do you mean by Gil? That's such a cool username. Chill Gill. Any other answers? Any other answers? Okay. Hi Raj. Alright, what else? Okay. We have say, said. Okay. Let's see what others. I think the rest are pretty much okay. Drink is drank or drunk. Okay, for past participle. Okay, for okay. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, let's see. Okay, we also have words such as dig, dug. Okay. And oh, I forgot to write yours down. Forsake, yes. Forsook, so this is quite weird. I won't say weird, it is just not the conventional rule, and this is forsaken. Okay, so especially forsook, this is the one to be careful of. Okay, so I'm just gonna put like a red star. Okay, do you have any more? You can share it with us. Okay, let's see what else there is. Okay. Okay, any more? Became, not becomed. Okay. Lane, yes, that is correct. Okay, so definitely it is something to be like careful of. Okay, let me see. Okay, let's see, any more. Okay, light, yes, lie and light. Okay, and then we also, of course, we have some of the basics like swim, swam. Did we go through that? Swim, swam, swam. Okay, so definitely a lot of differences. Wake, woke, woken. These are all things that you have to be super careful about. Okay, So I think at this point, let's head on to our SNTs. Okay, we have quite a list already, but I think the main thing that I would say students be careful of is, let me just highlight a few. Began, and begin, begin, began, and begun. Okay, okay. Ooh, okay, okay. And choose, chose, chosen. Okay, these are words that are likely to come out. And then I think the one Chogil mentioned as well, forsake, forsook, and forsaken. Even though the word is not very you won't use it, but if they want to really make things difficult for you, it will come out. I can imagine that it would come out. Okay. Other than that, spread. We already did the question on it just now, so there is a chance it will come out. Other than that, I think it's okay. It's just this four to be really careful about. Okay, so there's that. Hi, you how? Hi, welcome to the live. We are currently doing irregular verbs. We just finished it. Okay, we are moving on to S and T's. Okay, but if there's anything you need me to go through or any questions that you have, you can let me know. Okay. Oh, oh, olo. Oh, okay, okay. I was so confused for a second. All right. But yes, irregular verbs. So essentially, these are things to be more careful of, right? Especially in the exam. You how are you in primary six or have you are you in secondary school? All right. Okay, let's move on to S and T. P5. Ooh, that's a good year. It is a great year to really, I wouldn't say cram, but put yourself at an advantage. It is a great year. Is this for reported speech? I will be doing a reported speech, and I'll focus mainly on reported speech and what do you call that? The ones with had, unless, and if. Okay, these three words are super confusing when it comes to S&T. Okay, reported speech, I will be doing that as well. But if there's any other type that you'd like me to look at, we can do that. We can do that. We might do active to passive voice as well. Okay, because these are all common ones that are likely to come out. All right. Never knew that. Yeah. Wait, what do you mean never knew that? That they are likely to come out? Sorry? Ah, I see, I see. All right, we'll stop. Always thought they're the easiest. Ooh, I see. Because I think for some people they I think I would say it's definitely easy if you've done a lot of practice. But there are small differences. There are small like not differences, details that are, I would say, if you're starting off, hard to pick up. Okay. So yeah, but definitely if you find it easy, that is great. That is great, definitely. Okay. And I'm very happy that you find that easy. Okay. um but yeah, maybe you can help us when we are going through this. All right, maybe you can help us. Okay, maybe you can help us. Okay, let me just pull up my questions. I don't have them printed, but I will write them down for you. Okay, we'll write them down for you. Okay, we have a bunch. Reported speech got different types. Um, yeah, I would say that. Wait, let's just do it. Then you will be able to understand what I mean. Where did my questions go? Where did my questions go? Did anyone see my questions? Okay, let me see. Okay, where did they go? Huh. Okay. But do you struggle with reported speech, Chogil? Okay, let's try. Mm, hmm. Okay, let's try something simple first. Let's start with something simple. Let's do passive voice first, okay? Okay, so let me write in black and then we'll put the answer in blue, okay? Let me... The chef baked the cake and you have to rewrite it in passive voice, okay? So it will start with the cake. Okay, so what might the answer be? Okay. Okay, any answers, right? I will just go through. The cake was baked by the chef, right? Okay, let's go on. Okay, let's go on. Okay, we have one that's difficult. Okay, this one was really difficult. I'm gonna do it again, but students struggled with it yesterday. Okay, you wear a seatbelt, you cannot drive. Okay, drive the car, sorry. And please rewrite using unless. Okay, now please rewrite this. Those who are in here, please rewrite this. Please rewrite this. Welcome to the live, everyone. Please rewrite this. Please rewrite this, okay? You wear a seatbelt, you cannot drive the car. Okay, rewrite it with the word unless. Okay, rewrite it using unless, please. All right. There's no one going through this. I will go through it right now. All right. Unless, okay, let's analyze. Okay, now that we're using the word unless Chogyo says unless you wear a seatbelt, you cannot drive the car. Okay, great job. Great job, great job. Okay, now I'm gonna explain it quickly. Okay, great job. You guys are doing really well. All right. Okay, now unless essentially means if not. Okay, and we can't use double negatives. Okay, like unless you don't wear. Okay, so you say unless. Okay, unless you wear a seatbelt, you. Yeah, we're starting easy. We're starting easy. Okay, let's do something more difficult. Okay, I need to search for my difficult questions because Chilgil says that it's super easy, so we have to find something that's super hard, right? So let's take a look. Let's find something super hard for Chilgil. Okay, let's see my massive list of questions. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Let's try this one. Let's try this one. Okay. John did not set his alarm. He was late for school. Okay, now we're gonna start it with if. Okay, please start this with if. Okay. All right. Chill, guys. Instantly, like, oh no, oh no. Okay, I'm gonna go through it. All right. Okay, now the thing with if, okay, is that it suggests a conditional. Okay, now that is why I said I would like to put some emphasis on the conditionals. Okay, if John had set his alarm, he would not be late for school. Set his alarm, he would not be late for school. Okay, close, very close. Okay, very close, very close. Okay, very close. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys the answer soon. Just join me and look at this first. Okay, conditionals, usually you will be talking about the word had. Okay, and you would be using the word if and the word unless. These are words that they are a major giveaway that something is a conditional. A conditional is essentially when you're imagining something to have happened, okay, but the situation has already happened. You're just wanting to think, what if there's a different outcome, all right? So in this case, if it's conditional, so we are going to flip. We're gonna flip everything around, okay? Okay, so did not. Okay, we are going to change it to if John had set his alarm. Okay, he was we would have changed it to would not have been. Okay, so essentially that is would have plus past participle. Okay, does that make sense? All right, so in this case, now we're gonna link them both together. Okay, so essentially when it comes to a conditional, we're gonna flip them both. Okay, but please be very careful, especially when dealing with conditionals. Okay, sometimes it might sound right, okay, but we always look at when is the right time to flip. Okay, you will get that more after you do a bit more practice. Okay, so you guys were both close, but you guys say he would not be late for school. Okay, okay, you say he would not have been. Have been suggests that he was, but if he had done this, he would not have been. Okay. Okay, have been suggests that he was. Because you guys say he would not be late for school, okay, but we have to highlight the fact that he was late for school, and this is a conditional. Okay, so that's the difference. So if John had set his alarm, he would not. Oh, we're out of space. Have. I have massive handwriting. Have been late for school. Yes, because it already happened. Yes, exactly. So that's the thing. Now, you still have to highlight the fact that it did happen, all right? So that's why we say would not have been, all right? So that is the reason. Okay. So yeah. All right. Let's see what other questions might there be. Okay. Okay. Let's try another one. Another conditional. Okay. If oh my god, my handwriting. If you do not wear a helmet, okay, helmete, I wrote that wrong, helmete, a helmet, you may get injured. Easier, please? All right, all right. Okay. Oh, my handwriting. Oh my god. Injured, okay? Okay. You may get injured, all right? So, let's combine it with, okay, unless, okay, let's do an unless question. Okay, please begin. Please give me your answers. Please give me your answers. Okay, I'll give you guys 5. I'll give you guys 10 seconds. I'll give you guys 10 seconds. I'll be nice. I'll be nice. Okay, I will, after this one, I will go through one more, and then I will be going through the ebooks, okay? Because we currently have some ebooks on sale, and yeah, I just want to make sure that everyone has access to them before next class. All right. Okay, any answers? Any answers? All right, I'm gonna go through it. All right. Okay, now again, unless is a conditional. Okay, that's why I say conditionals are so problematic, because the the biggest issue with conditionals is that you always have to flip them around. And there are some situations where you don't, and some situations where you do. Okay, so over here, unless also essentially means if not. Okay, so we have to note that down. Okay, so when it says if not, you have to say unless you wear a helmet. Okay, you can't unless it's already negative. Okay, so not, you won't be, you can't have two negatives. Okay, so we'll flip this around. Unless you change it from do not wear to wear, okay, you may get injured. We keep this the same. Okay, unless you wear a helmet, okay, you may get injured. Okay, so that is the difference between these two. Okay. Okay, let's see what others are there that I can go through. Do you guys understand this one? All right, please let me know if you have any questions though. Can you do opposite? What do you mean do opposite? And? Nil? Wait, I'm so confused. What do you mean do opposite? And what is ne and nil? I'm so confused. What do you mean do opposite? Opposite. Oh, okay. Unless we can try to see, unless you do not wear a helmet, you will not get injured. That doesn't make sense, right? That is essentially saying that if you don't wear a helmet, you will not get injured. That doesn't make sense. Unless you do not wear a helmet, you won't get injured. Okay? It doesn't make sense either way. So that is the issue with unless. You have to I would say that's what's so annoying about it. You have to flip it around, and after you flip it around, it still has to make sense. Okay, and the thing is with the words I'm not, unless, it essentially means if not. It is already a negative in itself, so you can't follow it up with another negative. All right, does that make sense? But yes, I understand. It is very, you have to drop the not. That's essentially. It is, I would say, it is, especially if you're rushing for time, it can be something that is rather annoying. Okay, so that's why I would definitely say when it comes to conditionals, put a bit more practice. Okay, definitely you have to practice the other synthesis and transformations. They're all super important, but when it comes to conditionals, they do take the extra work, unfortunately. Okay, but it's okay. After some practice, you will get it. All right. let's see. Let me see if there's any reported speech. And then I'm gonna find one reported speech, and then afterwards we are going to jump to the, what do you call that? We're going to jump to, what do you call that? Ebooks, right? My goodness. Our unskippable ads. All right. So we created a name for it. All right. Oh, okay. Okay. I have done my chores. Amy said. Okay, and then reported speech, we would say Amy said. Okay, please fill it in. Please fill it in. Please fill it in. Amy said she had done her chores. Okay. You have any answers? Okay, both of you are correct. Amy said she said that she had done her chores. All right. Now for this, I don't want to highlight the reason why. You guys both did it perfectly, but I do want to highlight why. Okay, now when you're changing from reported speech, okay, you have to change have done to had done. Okay, so that is the main thing over here. So she fell over. So the main thing about English is that in that way it is kind of like math in that way, that it also when you're going through something specific, you're doing a specific question, it can revolve around a certain theory, and every question will have that one theory that you want to focus on. Okay, so it is a bit like math. Oh, okay. I want to try this one as well. Okay, I know I said let's do ebooks after this, but one last question. One last question. All right. I just saw this one. Okay. Okay. Please give me the answer. Please give me the answer. Okay, any answers? Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna give you guys the answer. Okay. Okay, whether works as well. Okay, you can say he asked whether I had seen. Okay, he asked whether I had seen the cat. Okay, now we have to use the word had seen. Okay, did see becomes had see. Okay, had seen, sorry. Okay, and then reported speech, we take away the question mark and the quotation marks. Okay. Okay, drat. Drat. That is such a funny response. All right, so now I will be going on to the unskippable ads, but for the record, okay, let me just show you guys. Okay, let me just show you guys. Where is it? Is it this one? Yes, this is mine. All right, so if you're looking for a bit more what do you call that, practice with S and T's, okay, we actually have our very own 1000 PSLE synthesis and transformation questions. Okay, so they will be kind of similar to the questions that I went through today. Okay, so but in this case, they will be done in twos. So essentially, question type 1 and question type 2. Okay, so it will just be done like this. Okay, so it makes sure that if you are getting one question wrong, you have another similar question to work with to make sure that you understand what you're doing. Okay, over here it is the 1000 PSLE synthesis transformation questions. Okay, we also have the comprehension close questions as well as the vocab questions. Okay, these are all things that we really encourage our students to work with. Okay, um, these are grammar and vocab questions. It comes with the answer key, and for all of our ebooks, oh, Muchi nearly fell over. We often go with the most popular questions that are likely to come out. So we do that trend analysis for you. Okay, so we really pick which questions are more likely to come out, and then we go through them. Okay, but yeah, that is for our paper 2 ebooks. Okay, but are we going through a bit more on our oral ebooks, because that is actually one of the coolest ebooks that we have, because we added one element in it that we actually don't see in other ebooks. Okay, so I would say that it's a bit of a unique selling point. Okay, so you guys can join me and take a look. Okay, let me show you guys what it is. No, no. Okay. Okay. Um, Moderator, could we blank the screen for a while? I will switch to my laptop. It's me. Okay, you can put the screen back on. Okay, so we have the PSLE model responses, all right? So for those who are wondering, yes, we do have oral ebooks, okay? But I would say that they are extremely different from the ones you see on Popular or the other ones that you see in the from the other people selling ebooks. All right, now the main difference that is here is that we are, ooh, why can I just realize okay, the main difference is that over here our ebooks are they come with 10 karaoke style videos. Okay, now with the other ebooks you usually see that they give you a lot of content. Okay, but they only are there as reading material. Okay, so you are really missing out on very small details and important tools such as emotive expression and gestures. Okay, so this is something that we go through. Okay, other other people selling that they don't have that, and when it comes to Popular bookstore, the books also don't have that. Okay, so it is definitely something that can help you to hone the finer skills. Okay, definitely maybe your teachers don't highlight it that much. Okay, but when it comes to engagement, it is the same as when you are speaking to your friends, you are pitching something in your work life. Engagement can drive things forward. It really can elevate your entire speech, your communication. Okay, so it's definitely something that we want to highlight to our students. Okay, and currently this is on sale, so the 49.90 that you see over here is not the final price. Okay, I will be giving everyone a coupon later on, okay, that you can use for a discount. Okay, now when it comes to this ebook, students will also get 18 free videos for the PSLE 2023 oral model responses. Okay, so we'll be giving you the written responses as well as the video. Okay, so you can see here we have Royston. We have Royston here again. You can see Royston is on all of our work. He is essentially the company mascot at this time. So you can see that he's right there. Okay, so Royston will be featured in our ebooks. Okay, so you can take a look. Okay, now, so essentially, in total, students will be getting 28 videos. Okay, also understand that some parents might have some doubts at this time. Okay, after all, it is an ebook, and sometimes ebooks do have a bit of a negative reputation. Okay, so I do want to share that some of the amazing improvements our students have had after our Write a Separate curriculum. Okay, so we are using the same curriculum in this. Okay, everything is fitted to the syllabus that your child is in. Okay, for parents who are watching. Okay, this is the PSLE model, oral exam questions and responses. All right. Okay, I also want to show everyone the curriculum for the composition as well. Okay, now when it comes to composition and oral, these two are, I would say, some of the hardest in the entire of the subject. Okay, when it comes to English. Okay, now with paper two, I've been going through paper two with students, and paper two is really, you need a lot of practice. You need to grasp the main theories, the main details, and then you're good. Okay, just a lot of practice and grasping main concepts. But when it comes to composition and oral examinations, you really do need that extra something. Okay, it is not just about practice. If you're practicing in the wrong direction, then you're not, you get what I mean. And the worst part about that is that they don't have a standard answer key. They might have standard words that once students say these certain keywords, you give certain grades. But why another hat? We always will promote our ebooks. We will always, Ozio just came back. Ozio, we were just we went through synthesis and transformation. We went through grammar and another set of irregular verbs. We are currently going through our ebooks. Okay, the ebooks are especially for students who are struggling with oral exams, so I definitely have to go through that as well. Okay, oral is quite a big part of your syllabus, so I can't forget about oral. I can't forget about the oral exam. I can't forget about the composition. Okay, so I of course have to introduce the curriculum that we are sharing with for this oral and writing. All right, but yes, definitely over here you can see our students did really well with Townland Primary School and Alexandra Primary School, especially with composition. We are so proud when our students get these kind of grades, especially when they get full marks. Okay, so it is definitely something that we're really proud of. Okay, it is an incredible success story. Okay, and yeah, these are some of the results our students obtained. Okay, you will take a look with us. All right. Now, also to give everyone a better understanding of what they might be purchasing in this ebook, okay, I'll be showing everyone some content as well as the formats used within our PSLE oral model composition model ebook. Okay, yeah, okay, you guys can see these are the type of questions that will be in the ebook. Compo is the, I got the same tester for 3 years and I got, oh no, I'm sorry, but that is so, I want to say unlucky, but at the same time, oh no. Oh, okay, then do you, okay, the tester that you got, have you ever checked with your friends if they get low marks as well? Because if your friends are getting low marks as well, and this year once there is a change, you got distinction, the tester might be very strict on you, might be being very strict on you. Okay. Um, and what do you mean, Yuhao? Compo is the word. I'm interested. I'm invested. Okay. Yeah, if your friends are not doing well either, even though they went have a lot of practice and other teachers are marking them up, then I'm gonna go ahead and say that maybe your teacher is being too strict, alright? But of course, definitely when you're doing practice, um, there's definitely both pros and cons to being strict and lenient. When you're being strict, you get that really good surprise. I remember for O's when we were doing the internal exams, our teachers were really strict. They were really strict. Okay, and I thought I was gonna do terrible, but the moment we got our results back, we were all so surprised because everyone in the school did better than we'd ever thought. Everyone did extremely well. So I was at that moment that we realized that the curriculum that our school has is just really, really difficult. They really put us through very tedious work. Never? What do you mean never? But yeah, definitely. Sometimes schools do that. That is the good part of it. You get that nice surprise. It's better to overwork than underwork. And when it comes to being lenient, it definitely does help with your confidence. And confidence is also super important when it comes to doing well, especially in oral exams because you have to like speak directly to someone. OMG, I was about to go to sleep at 5:30. At 5:30. At 5:30, but it's okay. I would have gone to sleep as well if I were at home. Trust me. Moderator is smiling because she agrees as well. If I were at home, hmm, I would have fought myself trying to convince myself not to get an ice cream, and then I would have gone to sleep. Okay, but yes, whew, we cannot feel delayed, right? Okay, syllabus change. Okay, do you want to highlight that again? Please, the AC is on. It feels so comfortable to be in bed right now. I can imagine. I don't know. Maybe it's because the sky looks very gloomy from this angle. I keep on saying this with the moderator finds it so funny, but it just looks so gloomy. I don't know if you guys can see. I'm gonna move to the side so you guys can see. But it looks super gloomy from my angle, and everything looks super gray. It's just, I just want to curl up here right now. So I don't know. But yes, anyways, the scoring system. Okay, so there has been a syllabus change in the PSLE scoring system. You guys can see over here. Um, 2024 is 30 marks. It was 30. It's gonna rain. I hope it waits for me to get back home before it starts raining. Okay, if not, it'll be very inconvenient. But yes, 30 marks with 15% overall, and 2025, which is 40 marks, 20% overall. So there was a 5% increase. Okay, yeah, and 2024 posters, and now in 2025 it is photographs. So it is definitely something to be aware of. All right. Okay. Time's up. Time's up. Do we have a live after this? Also, we have to end live. All right. All right. But anyways, again, the special price is 44.90. Okay, so students, if you guys feel like making that purchase, it is currently $5 off, and you get 18 free videos. Okay, these are all karaoke videos. Okay, for your usage. Okay, yeah, I will share more about the ebooks and the format in the next live. Okay, but for now, please stay tuned. I think teacher Mitsuko is coming on to teach. All right, so for those who karaoke for singing, no, it's for oral practice. It's for oral practice. All right, I will be going off the live now, and everyone can wait, and teacher Mitsuko will be coming back on soon. All right, you all keep saying no cap. All right. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much for joining the live. All right. Have a great day.